shall start off with some cards from my sauce. I'm gonna start off with some cards from my sauce. Now we were talking about this foundation, right? We were talking about this foundation and this like sturdy foundation. Make sure ain't no holes, just in case a flood comes. You know the water ain't coming up under and penetrating inside your building, right? Key of life. Key of life. Let's see what this says. The Ankh portends new life being born through you now. This new life being born in whatever form will enrich your life, bringing you more into wholeness and fulfillment. Do not give up on your creative destiny. Stay with it. You are flowing in the right direction, and you have spiritual support from the unseen worlds. Let it happen. And speaking of flowing, that has a lot to do with what I wanted to say. And the full moon is almost this good energy, this good connective energy. This good connective energy is almost gone for at least 21 days, right? But we have the 4 elements. We have water, air. I didn't write this down. Water, air, earth, and sun. Now we talk about energy all the time. The energy, that inner power within ourselves, right? And then we talk about water. And these could all go for the signs that we were born into. And we got the water, earth. So this is kind of like the walls that we putting up, the boundaries, the walls where they go, So these walls that we putting up in the boundaries are represented into 4 groups, which is 4 seasons. There have been 4 seasons. Now, when it came to the pyramids, I always wondered, like, with pyramids, could the reason why they had like 4 walls be like? Now, the way I'm seeing the pyramids, yes, it was like a fruitful house, a house that you eat, just like the food pyramid, right? How was that stone? But with the food pyramid, right? What if that was an actual thing, like living thing, the food pyramid? They had a farm. Their house was on the farm. Their farm was on the house. And you see in all these little Western movies how like they used to take the clay dirt and pack it in there, and then you had like grass and stuff growing on top of the houses. Maybe that's what they did with the pyramids. And then once people came up to, and depending on a certain time of the year, is what side the food was growing on, right? Depending on that time of year. So like they had, at the bottom when you walked up, it was like you had your pastas, your wheat and everything that they grew. And then on one side you had like, what was it, the wheat, and then you had bread and stuff, and then you had your meat and veggies and fruits and all that stuff, like all of it growing on the inside of the place that you live. You know what I'm saying? And with the water, if you want the water, you just go inside. Just go inside to that, let's call it the Holy Grail, right? We going inside to the Holy Grail, the holy water. And then we drank from that water because it's the purest filtered water coming up out of the ground. Because the pyramids wasn't the pyramids, it was actually a whole diamond, because what you saw up top was what you saw at the bottom. Get what I'm saying? So if that was the case, if the pyramids was a whole filtration system, solely powered on the energy from Earth, well, the energy, like solely powered on naturalness. Get what I'm saying? The authentic being of this planet. Get what I'm saying? So now I'm kind of in my head because I only had this written down. But back to the Holy Grail, right? So people come and they drink from that Holy Grail, and like when the moon came at nighttime and it shone down on that water, it was getting power from moon energy. Interesting. But I'm not gonna get on that. But the solar energy from the sun and the moon energy from the moon, right? So the moon energy and the sun energy and then the Holy Grail. So they had their food on the outside, and everybody came and picked their thing, but they all worked together and everything. And this is this is during the period of Osiris and Isis, right? The beautiful couple that made it through, right? A beautiful couple that was like really awesome in their planning and their wisdom. They were really awesome in that and probably envied by a lot of people. But they still did what they had to do. And maybe like Isis just ended up being Kalima after a while, after having to recycle back, because I'm pretty sure after the King of Wisdom died, then Mary, as they would say in the English terms, Mother Mary, she probably went off with her child or son, but it was just a book. It was just a book of ideas and everything. Where did all that go? It was the book of ideas and everything. So she had to flee and everything. But what if she stayed and just planned and made some things happen? But I mean, it's something to think about. Oh, and I felt sun is like the energy, and earth is like the restoration, because things grow out of the earth. You know what I'm saying? You put a seed into the earth, that seed is going to grow and come out. And then it's going to drop more seeds into the earth, and those things are going to grow and come out. And it's going to, you know what I'm saying? It just expands and expands and expands. Earth is kind of like the universe, almost. Thank you, universe. And the air is pretty much like the trash people or the trash men. But they help to recycle. They filter crap out. They filter things out. Oh yeah, I gotta tell it. They filter things out, and they pretty much like clean up. It's like the clouds, how like the clouds and things get evaporated into the air and it goes into the clouds. The water cycle, evaporation, condensation, precipitation, that type of stuff. So like all the trash gets into the clouds, and then the clouds, that's when it becomes on a molecular level, or could be atomic too, atomic level, that rains down upon the earth. And then you got your water. You got your water people, the transporters. The transporters, usually the drivers, but they can be, I can't give it all. But you got your water, your transporters, that can be, and water and wind like to work together, and the earth and sun like to work together. But all four of them are awesome when they work together. Those four walls of your foundation. You can have just two walls, but you making a hallway. That's a hallway. Probably a hallway of holly. Check the halls. but yeah. That's just what I'm thinking so far with the walls of our house, because we got the foundation. We just hope we ain't got no holes in it. We packed that thing down real good this time.